Hi guys, I'm Dr. Nirmal. Welcome to my channel Doc Talk. Hi guys, so I'm Dr. Nirmal and welcome back to my channel. So today we will be discussing how to choose coaching institute for your NEET PG exam or next 2023 or any preparation exam which is related to post graduation after MBBS. So let's see what are the options that are available. So we have few options, fewer options that are online, and then some are options that are offline. Okay, so in offline lectures there will be live classes where teacher come from the Delhi or any other state or city and to your city and teach you, whereas in online lectures there is video lectures which are recorded, pre-recorded, and you just watch them. Okay, so if we go for online, we have PrepLadder and Marrow, very famous app and coaching institutes. Whereas if we go for offline methods, we have DAMS and DBMCI, equally good coaching institutes. Okay, so let's discuss on which factors you should decide to which coaching institute you should choose. Let's start with this thing, that is online versus offline. Now what is online versus offline? That we have two apps which are online, okay, Prepare and Marrow, and we have two apps which are offline, which is DVMC and DAMS. Now what are the benefits of online as well as offline? Let's start with this one. Now in online you have easy access anywhere, be it home, hospital or hostel, whereas if you go for offline you have to travel to the coaching center. Okay, so online methods are better because they have easy access. You can access them from your hotel, hospital as well as home. Whereas in offline, you have to go to the coaching center. You can access it from your hostel, hospital, or a library. So, whereas in online method require a very good internet because you have to watch lectures which require good internet. Whereas no such requirement is there in the offline lectures. And a very important thing which is to be there if you want to choose online, that is a very strong willpower or determination towards your preparation, because in online method you can quit anytime. Okay, if you are watching a video lecture of 30 minutes and you feel like you don't feel like studying, you can just stop the video and get up. Whereas in offline method you have to go to the center, there is 12 hours lecture with a break after 6 hours maybe. You cannot get up in between. Okay, you have to study because everyone is studying around you, whereas in online method you are the only person who is studying in your room and you can easily quit. So a very strong willpower is required to study from an online method. Okay, have it this in mind, you have to be very strong willpower person to study, because preparation is not something which everyone does. Okay, they have their things to do. Okay, and there is if you go for offline, there is no such requirement of strong willpower. You just have to go there, sit with others, do what they are doing. Okay, so this is online versus offline coaching institutes. Then comes the notes, the printed notes versus the handwritten notes. Now what are the advantages of printed notes? Is the very first is they are easy to read, whereas handwritten notes are dependable. Okay, it depends upon you. For me, if I say about me, I am not very good with my writing things and my handwriting is not very good at too, and I require a good handwritten notes. So it's better to, instead of going for handwritten notes, I bought ready-made notes of PrepLadder, or you can buy from Marrow, any coaching institute which is online and providing written notes. So it's easy to read. Whereas if we come to the handwritten notes, it depends on the person how he writes and how he wants its notes to be. Sometimes कुछ लोगों को लगता है कि मेरे खुद के लिखे नोट्स पे मुझे ज़्यादा कॉन्फिडेंस आता है, और कईयों को लगता है प्रिंटेड नोट्स आर बेटर. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन द पर्सन. नाउ यू हैव टू सी which kind of person are you. Then comes the images. Okay, now printed notes have very beautiful resolution वाली images, जबकि handwritten notes में you can only draw diagrams, you cannot have images of different things. Now as we know that MCQs have images in them, radiology is full of images, derma is full of images, micro is full of images, and there are so many subjects which have images in them instead of diagram. and you need images in your notes, whereas this thing lacks in handwritten notes, but it's beautifully given in printed notes. Then printed notes are more durable and less boring, whereas handwritten notes are less durable and more boring. Though this thing is a controversial thing because it's depend on individual person, but for me, colorful notes which are printed with good images embedded on every second page is very interesting to read, instead of going through A4 sheets in which blue and black pen is only there and there is such few diagrams and no proper pattern of writing as well as no images. But it's an individual thing. If you feel like going for handwritten notes, you can buy them, and if you want to have printed notes, you can buy that. It's all depends on you, but for me, printed notes are way better than handwritten notes. Okay, then comes the other thing, online GT versus offline GTs. Now GTs is grand test. I have discussed grand test in very detail in my previous videos, what are grand tests and why you should give them. And there are few advantages as well as some disadvantages of online GT over offline GT. Now let's start with that. Now online GT can be given anywhere. Now what does this mean? The online GTs are very flexible with the time and the place. Now for an online GT, you just need a laptop, a mouse, iPad, mobile, any device which can be connected with internet and have that app on it. Okay, whereas for offline GT, you have to go to the coaching center on that required time. Okay, if they have given you the time that the exam will be in the morning, you have to go in the morning. Whereas on online GTs, there is no such time bound. They give you an interval of 5 days. At that time the exam is live. Even after that you can give that exam. Okay, so they are very flexible with the time. And if you are preparing and you are doing your job, or you are an intern, okay, and you cannot give leaves for just GTs every week. Okay, so you have to rely on the grand tests, and grand tests are very important to give. So it's better to have an online grand test than offline grand test, because it's very flexible with the time and the place. But the offline grand test have a very peculiar benefit over online grand test, that they provide the real feel of the exam, whereas online grand test doesn't do that. They do not provide real feel of exam. Okay, now what I'm saying about real feel. Now if you go to an exam center, okay, they check you, okay, just like the exam, they give you a place to sit. There is a computer and a mouse, and next to you there are other people sitting, and there is an environment or ecosystem of exam. Okay, there is a proper environment of exam going on, be it like होगा तो ग्रैंड टेस्ट ही, बट ऐसा फील होता है कि लाइक रियल एग्जाम में आ गए हो. देर विल बी इन्विजिलेटर्स, okay, they will be roaming around you just like normal real exam. Whereas in online GT, no such thing going to happen. You will be sitting in your room and you will be doing your grand test on your mobile, laptop, or any iPad or tab maybe, for that sort. Okay, so a very good benefit from offline GT comes when we have to give real feel of exam, okay, in offline GTs, which is absent in online GTs. Then comes a very important thing which is required, that is determination, whereas no such thing is required in offline exam. Now what does I mean by determination? Now for an grand test you have to sit for 3.5 hours. Okay, अब 3.5 hours बैठने के लिए you need a determination, especially जब तुम उठ सकते हो, especially जब तुम quit कर सकते हो, to be precise. ऑफलाइन जीटी में देर इज नो सच ऑप्शन टू क्विट. ओके, यू हैव टू सिट फॉर 3.5 hours. चाहे अपना एग्जाम सबमिट भी कर दो 1 घंटे में, यू हैव टू सिट द नेक्स्ट 2.5 hours. ऑनलाइन जीटीज में ऐसा नहीं है. इवन यू कैन लीव योर एग्जाम इन बिटवीन just because there is no one invigilating you. Okay, so this is a very good benefit from offline GT, that it gives you a proper sitting. Okay, but you cannot give offline GTs every week. Okay, if you are doing a job or you are an intern. Okay, so it's better to go for online GT, but offline GT provides few good things, be it like real feel of exams, and it does not require any determination. You just have to go to center and you will see everyone is doing the exam, and so you should do it too. Okay, but an online GT provide a very good thing, which is reviewing is very easy as compared to offline exam. Okay, now offline exam में तुम वहाँ जाते हो and after that वो PC तुम्हारा नहीं है, ठीक है, तो उसके बाद तुम अपने आंसर सबमिट कर देते हो, and after 1 week they will give you the answers. Whereas in the online GT ऐसा नहीं होता. अपने PC पे तुमने एग्जाम दिया and maybe just after exam or 2-3 days after exam there will be a proper detailed I say analysis of your exam and you can review it way better than the offline one. Then then a very good thing which is very better for us if you are doing some job or an intern is that schedule of the grand test. Okay, when you are giving grand test on an online platform, you are the one who will decide which grand test to be given at what time. Okay, they will provide you a proper schedule, but it's up to you if you want to give at that time or not, and you can flex the grand test. ऊपर नीचे कहीं भी कर सकते हो, आगे पीछे, रात को देने रात को दे सकते हो, सुबह देने सुबह दे सकते हो, जब भी तुम फ्री हो तब दे सकते हो. बट अगर एक ऑफलाइन ग्रैंड टेस्ट है उसमें ऐसा अवेलेबल नहीं होता. उसमें अगर उन्होंने डाला है कि सैटरडे को ग्रैंड टेस्ट है, सुबह 9 से 12:30 का ग्रैंड टेस्ट है, तो वही टाइम पर ही देना पड़ेगा, वहीं जाकर ही देना पड़ेगा. ओके, तुम ऐसा नहीं कर सकते कि ग्रैंड टेस्ट है तो तुम उसको बाद में दे दोगे. ओके, उसी टाइम पे देना पड़ेगा, उसी दिन देना पड़ेगा और उसी सब्जेक्ट्स का देना पड़ेगा. तो ये जो है ना फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी जो है ये ऑफलाइन ग्रैंड टेस्ट में नहीं मिलती, ऑनलाइन में मिल जाती है. दो आजकल जो हमारे ये अदर इंस्टीट्यूट से जो ऑफलाइन ग्रैंड टेस्ट लेते हैं दे आर डेवलपिंग एंड वो भी आजकल ऐसी चीज़ें दे रहे हैं. बट फॉर टाइम बीइंग ऐसा है कि जो फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है वो ऑनलाइन ग्रैंड टेस्ट में ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म्स में ज़्यादा है, टाइम को लेके, शेड्यूल्स को लेके, इंस्टेड ऑफ ऑफलाइन. Okay, so these are main factors on which you should decide which coaching institute to be chosen. Don't worry about the faculties, don't worry about the question bank and that aspect, because I don't think so that matter most, because almost all institutes are providing their best in their question bank as well as the faculty. But the main thing is what you are expecting from institute. Are you an offline person or are you an online person? Okay, are you ready to travel to the center for live lectures? Are you ready to sit for 12 hours straight for lectures? Are you ready to write your notes in your own handwriting? Okay, are you ready to give your grand test and take leaves from your job if you are doing so, or an intern? This is all up on you. There are few factors which are very good for online GTs, there are few factors which are very good for offline GTs. It's all upon you which one you want to try. And to be honest, if you have chosen online GT, there are few things after which you can go for an offline GT. Like DAMS provide with one thing which is known as CBT. Okay, CBT, it's called computer based test. Okay, it's called computer based test and इसमें बिल्कुल ऑफलाइन मेथड की तरह टेस्ट होता है. यू हैव टू गो टू द सेंटर एंड ये वीकली नहीं होते हैं, ये मे बी साल में 4 या 5 ही होते हैं. एंड आई गेस इनके लिए एनरोल करना पड़ता है. तो CBT इज़ अ वेरी गुड ऑप्शन अगर आप एक ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म यूज़ कर रहे हो फॉर प्रिपरेशन. एंड एक बड़ी अनडिस्कसेबल चीज़ है जो मैं ज़्यादा डिस्कस नहीं करना चाहता यहाँ पे, जो कोचिंग इंस्टीट्यूट को चूज़ करते समय भी इम्पोर्टेंट है कुछ मायनों में, जिसको हम कहते हैं अफोर्डेबल. Okay, now is your coaching institute affordable to you? That's individual decision. Okay, to be honest, online methods, online coaching institutes are cheaper than offline institutes. Okay, in so many ways, but it's all upon you. Is it if it's affordable or not? Okay, then these are few factors that on which you should decide whether you wanna choose online over offline, you wanna choose printed notes over handwritten notes, and you wanna choose online GTs over offline GTs. It's all upon you how much syllabus you revise again and again, and how much crisp knowledge you have of all the topics, and how thorough you are with your revisions as well as MCQ practice. Okay, I guess that's all. I hope this will help you to choose your coaching institute for your following exam. I guess that's all. Thank you. My name is Dr. Nirmal and this is my channel Doc Talk.